like always dark. More like always dark. This sounds funny hearing out loud. My camera always dark.
If you thought HBO's Euphoria was intense in high school, saddle up. Season 3 of Euphoria picks up 5 years later.
That's crazy. I got that song on my playlist. That's that Marvin Gaye Trouble Man. It don't really sound, the title of the song really sound like what you would think the song is about. It's quite different, nevertheless. Trouble Man, soothing, melo- melodic, medelic. Can't even find the words. But the song itself is, if you ever like experience certain things in life, you'll relate to it. It's soothing though, nevertheless. Um, it just puts you in a trance. Like if you ever seen those Wild Wild West movies, the cowboy movies with a lot of action, you're not sure who gonna survive. Got you on the edge of your seats. The lifestyle. It's something like that. If you ever had moments in your life where you just wish you had a remote control, you could push pause so you could figure some things out in a moment. Everything happening fast. Oh yeah, no copyrights to the music you hear in the background. But just what I'm vibing to. Just chilling. This day, um, it remind me of somebody. This chick I was with. I seen her and somebody today. If y'all ever heard that song "Woman's Worth" by Maxwell, you ever seen the video? It's like that, like somebody so a part of you, y'all so a part of the world. You just see her and everything and everybody, and it's just, um, it's wild, right? Like when my sister passed away, I seen her in the clouds. I seen her in people. I seen her everywhere, and it was scary, but it was relieving at the same time. But I don't really know how to explain like what it is. Like, if you ever experienced that, you know what I'm talking about. If not, you just keep living. And I hope that these moments don't come to you. But it's just a point in time where you miss somebody so much, somebody so a part of you, and you see them in everybody. This girl remind you of her, or this stranger walk past, you see them in her. When my sister passed away, this girl was at the back of my door, and when I opened the door, she looked just like my sister, and I was froze in time. And they was like, "Oh, is he straight?" Like, yeah. Well, my cousin was telling her, like, "Yeah, you just probably look like his sister. She just passed away." And when I heard him say that, I was like, "Damn, my sister gone." And I don't really know how to accept this reality. I haven't seen her in a couple days. I don't know where she is, what's going on with her, but I pray for her soul that she transition and have the help that she need. And then I was grieving in jail. Like that pain took me through doing some wild stuff. Like I was trying to destroy myself, to be honest. Smoking, having unprotected sex, and all type of shit. Everything that you would think of that you find pleasure in that it really destroy you. And it was like nothing really fulfilling me. I can't find no type of fulfillment in anything. I was being taken advantage of. People are coming around because you got this, you got that, and they know people have favor on you because you're grieving or you going through stuff, and they want to basically ride your wave off of your resources, off of the people the stuff that's going on with you, and that was going on too. You don't realize it in the moment, but looking back, you'll see a lot of niggas is around you because you got money, because people giving you this, they giving you that, and they want some of this and they want some of that. When that shit gone, they gone. When you crying, you got nobody to call or look out to, everybody gone but your peoples, the ones that's hurting with you. And y'all not really seeing that because y'all clashing, you know what I'm saying? Y'all hurting. And it's hard to hurt together. And it's like we don't understand it because we in this shit together and we don't see it. But the people that's coming around, they see it and they taking advantage. It's like when you watching a movie, you see what's going on. Shit, you know what you would do and what you wouldn't do. But if you was the character in the movie, you don't know. You don't know what you would do until it's time to do it. Like I didn't know that I'd be sitting there snapping about my sister when she gone. You know what I'm saying? I didn't know I would react that way. And when the police into my house, the ambulance, the fucking fire station, everybody looking at me like he probably had something to do with it. No, I just found my sister like this, and I was trying to untie her, and I was mad I couldn't do it, and I was like, how the fuck you do this? You know what I'm saying? Like what the fuck? Like that shit pissed me off. But I didn't really understand what was going on because I just woke up. I was working. I had shit going on, and I had a right to feel how I felt. And the way that I felt was the way that I reacted. Was it right? No. Was it wrong? No. It was what it was. And it's like in the movies, you know, when you having too much reality, too much shit going on, your audio go out, you just go somewhere for a second. It's too much. And then when you come back to reality, the audio come back in, you can hear motherfuckers, you see motherfuckers, they snapping fingers in your face. They like, yo, you know what I'm saying? We need help. We need you to do something. And you like, shit, ain't nothing to be done. It's nothing could be done. And you gotta bite the reality, you know what I'm saying? And that should be too much. You be like, damn, you know, you gotta tell your people your sister gone. You gotta tell, you know, everybody like this person passed away. We need help with the funeral. We need help. We need help. You know what I'm saying? And you be there with it. Yeah, I'm an 80s baby. I experienced all of the 90s. I experienced a lot of changes. This world that I'm living in currently is not the same as I thought it would be coming up in it. The people that I believed in, you know, like as far as religion, my leaders, the government, all type of shit. It just been opening my eyes, experiencing life, really just living and shit, and seeing what's what. I don't believe in too much. I know for a fact what I know. My experiences have opened my eyes to my point of view, how I view life. I don't try to convince people to see it the way that I do, but along my journey, I meet people that see the way that I see it, and I fuck with them. I started this company almost 4 years ago, come September 22nd. Been having a lot of people rock with me, you know what I'm saying? A lot of people that jumped off the bandwagon when they thought I was over with. But shit, the difference between me and them is I'm still doing this. I'm still here. I'm still put my best effort in. You know what I'm saying? Like I took a chance on myself. I took action. And this here is me still taking action. And that's all it's about. That's the only difference between me and you or anybody who want to be in this position. You know what I'm saying? You just get started one day. Fuck what everybody think about, how you feel about what you want to do, and you do that shit. When I started this company, I asked niggas like, y'all want to go in with me? Everybody said this was like the little chicken trying to make some bread, right? Like you ask motherfuckers like, y'all want to help me go gather the materials? Everybody say, nah, it's too much. They see you making the shit, then when you done making the loaf, everybody want a piece. But it's like shit. I need help making this shit. Now I want to just sit down and eat it all. You feel me? And it's exactly like that. Like I ask niggas like, yo, I'm spending my last check. The last little check I got, and it's for the winter time. You know what I'm saying? Like, who want to spend their last little money in the winter, not knowing if you gonna make it through the winter? You got kids to feed, you got bills to pay. You don't know what the fuck gonna happen. Me, I'm a 3-time felon. It ain't easy for me to go get no job like that. But anyway, I was like, shit, I'm taking a chance on myself. I'm spending my money. I'm making this company happen. And I'm finna do what I gotta do. I'm finna see this shit come to life. I don't know how it's gonna go, but I'm taking a chance. Cause everybody always be like, oh, one day I wanna do this, I wanna do that. But shit, it's just gonna be a dream like Martin Luther King until you actually do some shit. You actually gotta do some research. How much this shit costs? Who I gotta talk to? What got to be done, right? And that's what I did. That's where it took. So that's where I'm at with it. I figured that shit out. I've been figuring it out ever since. I haven't stopped. That's what I mean about taking action. Like I told people they could be a part of this dream. They didn't want to sacrifice like I wanted to sacrifice. Now all of a sudden everybody got the same dream. And now it's like shit, I can't make no sacrifices for you. The sacrifices I made, they made already. You feel me? My dream already in motion 4 years later. Like you could have been in this journey with me. Shit. I ain't trying to compete against nobody, but I need help with this shit. We all want to be bosses, right? Only way to be a real boss is to pay the price. And to pay the price, man, you gotta sacrifice. And the sacrifice, man, you gotta give up some shit that you ain't willing to give up. Like I spent my last little check. I ain't had no other job coming. But at the end of the day, like shit, I felt like this was important for me to take this step and to believe in myself. Whenever God give you a dream, that's because He giving you a way to make that dream happen. He been telling me for years and years, like you a boss, dog. You need to start your own shit. But I kept on doubting myself. I kept doubting myself. I kept doubting myself. I kept talking to people too early, telling motherfuckers who ain't see my dream, and they wasn't ready, so they wouldn't give me the feedback I needed. So that held me back. But one day I was like, fuck that. I'm tired of that. It's time. And I took action, and I'm still taking action. So that's it, like shit. If you want something in this world, you gotta keep that dream alive because once your dream die, it's over with. You be out here looking for validation from everybody who looking for validation from somebody else. Just like these celebrities that we like, right? They out here being exposed left and right because they're not true to themselves. They gave up their dreams a long time ago. They compromised their morals to be having a little bit of limelight. I've been doing this for some years with digital marketing. I could have been sold out, but it's like having morals. It's like doing what I love and not being able to sell my morale, you know what I'm saying? Sell my passion to be on top, to be having a little bit of validation, to have a little bit of acceptance. It's been a long journey and it's still ongoing. The marathon continues, but I've been finding my peoples. A lot of people that was on this journey with me, they didn't fail off because they didn't have a passion. They was in it for the wrong reasons. They was in here competing with other people. You could play games how you want to, you could fake it how you want to, but at the end of the day, it's gonna be exposed. Like if you don't do something because this is what you love to do, you're not gonna have the passion to continue to do it. And when you see people doing better than you, you're gonna find all type of ways to hop in the mix to get ahead. But in reality, hard work does pays off. I've been doing my YouTube for a full year, barely get a view, barely whatever, right? But I see the momentum. I see where I can grow. I see where my mistakes is. Like I got the data to back me up to know what to do next. It's not about anything else but me being consistent and continuously working hard. I mean, the proof is in the pudding. You see how many videos I done put out within 1 year. I got almost 3,000 videos, and that's my catalog. Like all it takes is one video, but what it does takes is to do it right and to do it right the first time, one time only. The thing about me is I'm hard to learn. It was hard for me to be coachable. And once I realized that I've spent time to learn how to learn, to be coachable. And it took a whole year to do that. Sometimes we be in our own way. I'm not perfect. I don't got it all figured out. But I'm not gonna sit here and lie to you and act like I just know it all. I've been doing it, you know what I'm saying? Like this is my story to tell. This is my journey. This what's been going on. And for the people who've been competing with me, who think I'm doing better or whatever, like, I'm passionate about what I do. That's the only reason I'm still doing what I do, no matter what results come from this. God gave me a vision that I could do it, and I'm going to do it. I'm going to continuously use my voice to speak my truth. And that's just that, whatever that leads me, Just like with my art, like I didn't know that I'd be able to create what I've been creating this past year and a half. I haven't been getting wealthy off of it, but I have been putting myself in position to be wealthy. Everything that I built, no man can take from me. Nobody could duplicate. You know what I'm saying? Like, I got shit that lasts generations for generations. I created digital products, master resale rights on top of that. So that's what I've been doing with my time. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't trip about who not hiring me to work for them or whatever. I've been creating my own lane, my own products. And when this world change over, which is continuously changing, change is inevitable. You want to be ahead of the changes because you think the same old system is going to continuously work. It's already changing, just like the American dollar. That's why we're going into crypto. If you think USD is going to continuously be the top dog, you need to start thinking again. Start really watching what's going on, the changes in the world, where everything is being tokenized. They put it in your face though. I know a lot of y'all heard of the Jetsons, seen the Jetsons. You seen it, smart watches, the iPhones they had, all of that technology that they had decades ago that we're using to this day. They've been programming you and trying to warn you to start getting ready for the changes for technology. It takes somebody to program technology, just like with AI. Everybody say AI taking people jobs. It's not AI taking people jobs. It's the people that creating AI to do the things that people don't want to do. Just like I have an AI agent and I program it by teaching it different things. You got to spend time learning. You got to spend time teaching your AI. AI got to learn these things, and it only learn from the people that's willing to teach. So that's a job. And this is a change that's coming in the near future. We all know how AI is making an impact in the world. Chat GBT, what's it called, Siri. All of these things though, it's not nothing to scare you or nothing like that, but it's just to let you know, to be aware is to be alive, and to be aware is to know that this AI needs programming. That's why they have so many jobs for that nowadays. The whole world is going tech. And if you get it a little bit, it's like this, right? If you know a little bit more than the average, then you're a professional. You can teach what you know to the rest, and then you can learn from whoever know a little bit more than you. That's just how the game goes. I don't know a whole lot, but what I do know, I can teach what I do know, and I can continuously learn. I know enough to teach. Just put it like that. If you want to learn how to set up a crypto wallet, if you want to learn how to create cryptocurrency or NFTs and stuff like that, then I could teach. I've learned how to do that. And it don't take a long time. It don't take a lot of time. It just takes dedication and it takes persistence because it's a new thing. And what you don't know, you just don't know. So you got to give yourself time to learn. Like, it took me a little while to learn. It took me a while to figure out. It took me a while to make a lot of mistakes. And that's what the process was about. But after it all, I know what I know and I know how to do what I do. And with that being said, I have new skills now. So I now have new skills that I can utilize and teach and or put myself in a position to sell my time to use my skills for people in need. But that's what life is about. If we ever go back to the mortar system where money isn't a thing, you will have to use your skills to transition in the world to use supply and demand type shit, right? Like if you're a farmer, but you're not an electrician, you can give a motherfucker some food for some electrician skills type shit, right? And vice versa. And different things like that. You're a carpenter, you could put some talent to a motherfucker career. They want detail, whatever. You can put some carpet in there too, whatever, right? You're a painter, you go ahead put some installation in somebody's crib, like different skills that you have. If you're what they call useful, you can utilize yourself in the world. If not, then you're useless and you can't use anything to get anything. I spend my time being a useful person. Like I'm not finna say I'm just out here willy nilly giving myself away, giving my time. Not no, not like that. I get my value, I get my worth. But at the end of the day, I'm out here putting myself in position to be in position, meaning I'm a valuable person. I'm an asset. If people not blowing your phone up all the time, it's because you have nothing to offer to people. You're not an asset. You're not a valuable person. But that doesn't mean you're always available. Like, I'm not always available because you gotta protect your energy. That don't mean you're valuable, so just go drain your energy, go do this, go do that type shit. Nah, that ain't what that means. It means being aware of how you can be of value when you can be of value. Living in the moments, appreciating the present. Not worried about the past, not too far in the future, but being of value in the present. And shit, that's how you move, that's how you rotate. That don't mean I'm finna allow and every motherfucker to use my valueness. You know what I'm saying? Like to use me up because they need my help, my resources, whatever the fuck it may be. I don't know. But you gotta be cautious of how you proportion yourself out there. You know what I'm saying? You want to be reciprocated. You don't want to put too much into a motherfucker. You don't want to put too much into a place or into a thing, and you be drained. Then you got to go recalibrate. You got to go recharge. Then you feel bad because you taking the time to rest or whatever the fuck you got to do, right? Type shit. Like I spend a lot of time resting because sometimes I be putting myself out the wrong way, and that's on me. But shit, I live and learn. But I spend a lot of time with me, so I know me. And sometimes I overdo it, and sometimes I don't. But shit, I don't plan the life I live. It's because you gon' you gonna have your life like it's like this. Like you could plan your life out, right? But when things happen, it's because you don't have the best plans. You don't know, and that's called being in the moment. Like you can't control everything. You gotta learn how to let go. Those the moments that really make life. Those the moments you can't pay for. Those the moments you can't expect or recreate. You know what I'm saying? Shit like that. That's life. That's when you really living. Shit like that. Like that's what I experience a lot. That's because I be in my pursuit of happiness. My pursuit of happiness looks different every day. I don't do the same shit every day. The way that I pursue my happiness don't look the same every day. I don't need a motherfucker to tell me how to be happy, right? Because I'm in pursuit. I know what that looks like for me. I know what that means. So that's what that is. And with that being said, I don't need validation from a motherfucker who got sights on what they think I should be doing or what I shouldn't be doing. Because that's not how I live life. The way that I live life is acceptable to me. Where I sleep at night and I wake up in the morning, I'm grateful. I'm cool, you know what I'm saying? And if I do wrong, I'm cool because I did it for a good reason. That's what my life is about. Like, I don't have to make excuses. I don't make excuses. I do what I do and I do it with passion. I do it for a purpose. And what I do is always for a reason. I'm never just no accidental ass type of nigga. Like, ain't shit happening on by coincidence with me. I don't believe in serendipity. You know what I'm saying? That just means coincidence. I don't believe in that shit. I don't live by that shit. I make shit happen. You either making shit happen in life or you making excuses. One of the two. That's just how I view it. You know what I'm saying? Like, shit, that's how I look at life. You meet a lot of motherfuckers who gonna tell you excuses on why they ain't doing shit. You gonna meet a lot of motherfuckers in life who tell you how they doing shit. And I only met one of the two. The type of motherfuckers that I fuck with really is the ones who telling me how they did some shit and I'm telling them how I did some shit. And we exchanging information and we moving forward in life on a stronger path type shit. Swords sharpen swords, you know? Can't be around no dull motherfucker. That's a butter knife. Only thing that's gonna happen when you're around the type of people is you're gonna dull down. Just like motherfuckers who need the computer, who need the phone for everything. I don't use AI for everything because I got my own mind. I know how to use my mind to be creative and to think about shit. to make shit happen, right? I don't have to look at no manifestation videos and shit like that because I'm in tune with nature. I'm outside a lot. I'm in tune with reality. So that shit don't really affect me, you know what I'm saying? But the things that do, as far as the day to day, is motherfucking butter knives. Motherfuckers who drift, who don't have a purpose in life. Motherfuckers who find their way in your path like a leaf that fell off the tree, just blown by the wind. They find it wherever the fuck they find it. You know what I'm saying? Shit like that. And it's people with minds like that. They don't have no solid foundation on what they know to be true. They just blown like the wind. They drifting. Just like a fucking leaf in the sea. Wherever that motherfucker take it to, right? If you find yourself in people business, if you find yourself in situations you want safe, you want sure, that's because you're drifting. You don't have no definite purpose of what your day is about, what your life is about, what your purpose on earth is. And that's all right. If you don't know what you're here for in life, if you don't know what you were made for, that means you need to spend a little more time with yourself. And if you can't spend your time with yourself, that's because you got a lot of work to be done. And to think about it, if you're not the type of person to love enjoying time with yourself, who else will want to be around you? You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't want to be around no motherfucker who can't spend time with themselves, who don't know themselves because they haven't done any self work. That's a motherfucker who I consider uncountable. Anybody uncountable, I consider untrustworthy because they'll throw you under the bus to take the blame off of them because they're not going to be accountable for the fuck ups they make in life. Me, like I said, I'm not perfect. I fuck up. But I am a type of person that can be corrected. You know what I'm saying? That's why I told you I had to be coachable because I wasn't correctable at one point in time. I know a lot, and that's cool. I'm not no dumb motherfucker. I'm articulate. I know how to say what I feel. I know how to express what's on my mind. And I'm a type of motherfucker who gonna say what I gotta say, right? You know what I'm saying? Like, I fight a lot of people because they want to shut me up. And I don't mind fighting for what I believe is true. But at the end of the day, it's like I'm not finna be letting nobody tell me how I feel about the way that I feel about the world, the way that I view the world, because my experiences do matter. The way that I feel do matter. I'm not saying that I need y'all to be considering my feelings because I am emotional intelligent. And that means that I know how to deal with my emotions. I'm not the type of person to be mad and go flip out and go buzz and the type of shit, right? Like, I deal with my situations correctly. That's just what emotional intelligence mean. Like, you're not impulsive. A motherfucker can't push your buttons to where you acting out and you don't know why, because you mad or whatever, right? Now it's different when you ecstatic, meaning you're happy, you're full of joy and different things, and you shout full of joy. That's some shit that's different. But as far as the negative, the lower vibrational type of things, like you spazzing out, you want to cuss out a motherfucker, you treating them wrong because you mad and you don't know how to deal with you being mad. That's some type of shit that I'm talking about. Like, I don't honor that. I don't accept that. And I don't like that type of people to drain my energy. But yeah, you got to be conscious of motherfuckers like that because they come around in all different forms and fashions. Like, you don't know what they look like. Misery loves company. It's a lot of miserable motherfuckers in the world. But today, it was just about this chick that make me look at the world different. Like how we get through this motherfucker. We spend a lot of time together. Haven't spoke or seen each other in a long time, but like that Maxwell video, I just been seeing her and everybody and everything, and it's like I don't know what that may mean, but it could be everything. I was just sitting here pondering that thought, wondering like what it is and what it ain't. I could be missing out on something, and then again, I could just be trying to get to my comfort zone because I'm growing. A lot of things are changing, and it's affecting me in a way. But it's it is what it is, right? Like I'm just trying to figure it out. And with that being said, it's just like maybe I am supposed to be taking action in another way. And maybe I'm not happy because I'm not taking action. I don't know. So I was just sitting here thinking about that. Like, yeah, it's somebody who make me happy though. Well, a part of my happiness, because nobody can make you happy, right? People will disappoint you if you put your happiness into them. But this person, she told me, she was like, I just want to see you straight. I want to see you happy. And I believe that. And I just been thinking about that. Like maybe I need to see what that feel like, what that look like, what's that like, you know? I keep thinking about that. Then again, it's like shit, there's so much world out here to see, so much new experiences. Should I be entertaining that? Or should I just like that's just where I'm at right now. It's like, I don't know. I'm tired of the same old, same old. I'm ready for something different in my life. But I'm not in a position to be trying to force it to happen. Being patient is what I've been learning. Like with everything, it's hard. It's lonely too because motherfuckers don't really understand the changes that I've been going through. And they come at me in old ways, you know what I'm saying? I don't even think the same way. Like, if you ain't been going through the shit I've been going through, you ain't been going through the shit with me, you wouldn't understand the way that I see life. You wouldn't understand, you know what I'm saying? Like, my point of view. And a lot of motherfuckers ain't been really rocking with me to know how I've been changing or what I've been going through. So they coming at me as the old me, and I don't really remember the old me because shit, I've been changing. I've been going through shit. I see the world different. I feel different. And it ain't mad at the motherfucker for who's still the same. You know what I'm saying? Like, I ain't tripping. But it's just like frustrating when they don't accept or respect your change. Like, shit, I'm not changing because I want to, because I have to. And sometimes it is because I want to, but nevertheless, no matter what, it's like respect that. I'm trying to grow. And the only way to grow is to be different. You know, you become a man at one point, you become a woman at one point. You're not a baby no more. The whole body change. Like shit, you gonna have to change in life. It's inevitable. Just like the sun coming up and going down, it's gonna happen no matter what. So it's like, why not embrace change in life? That's the only thing that's gonna be consistent. Even when you make goals and plans, like you might not even stick to that shit. You might be consistent for a day or two. You might even be consistent for a month, but you might not even change. You know what I'm saying? Like a motherfucker want to do a lot, but they ain't gonna be true to their word because we creatures of habit, and our habit is to be comfortable no matter what. Motherfucker ain't gonna endure no struggle because they have to. If they got a way to be comfortable, they gonna go straight to that. You know what I'm saying? Like that's just what it is. And I'm not knocking nobody for anything. I want to encourage you to struggle. You know what I'm saying? But that's life. I'm learning that shit. Like you can't escape it. And for those who try, like you just find yourself in a worse position. Everything comes when it's time to come. If you're not trying to learn what you need to learn, you're gonna continuously experience the same shit in different ways with different people until you realize, like, man, you gotta fucking man up or you gotta woman up. Everybody ain't gonna be going through them changes with you. It's on you alone and you only. And if you don't decide to change shit, you ain't gonna grow. And if you decide to allow motherfuckers to keep you stagnant when you trying to change, the same thing gonna happen. You ain't gonna grow. You ain't gonna learn what you need to learn. You gonna be frustrated at people, places, and things, thinking that the world is doing you wrong when you're not letting go of your comfort zone. You're not letting go of motherfuckers who not trying to see you grow. You're not letting go of places that's not for you. You know what I'm saying? Like I've been uncomfortable, and it ain't cool. Like it ain't easy. It ain't safe. It's worrisome sometimes. Like you don't know what the fuck. But I do trust the process. Like shit is changing. Like changing for the better. But it's a scary process though. Like you could give up at any time. Even with my digital marketing shit, like I done had so many motherfuckers act like they with me, only want to befriend me. So many motherfuckers act like they're gonna help me and abandon me. Like it's been a rough year, and a lot of motherfuckers still coming around like just because I ain't really dealt with them properly that I don't feel the type of way, or because I'm a nigga who don't express it that type of way that I don't have feelings. But I do, and the thing about it is like I can't fuck with people the same way. Once you cross me, once you get on some funny shit, like you know what I'm saying, I never really could look at you the same. I'm not saying I hold grudges or nothing, but my reality with you is not the same. It's like if I thought the color blue is purple and I found out it's not, I'm not gonna look at the color purple no more the same way, you know? And motherfuckers, they be so caught up in their own world, they don't realize the changes that goes on between you and them. But I don't really care, you know what I'm saying? Like I'm moving forward. I'm just saying what it is. Like I done lost a lot of motherfuckers because they don't understand me. They don't want to get to know me. They don't want to learn me. And I don't want to waste time repeating myself. You can see what the fuck I do, what I've been doing, what I will do, you know? And if not, then I don't really give a fuck. Like, for real to be honest. I don't really have time like that. I don't care for people problems. I don't put my problems on people. I don't be want to hear that shit. Motherfuckers always want to build off you, but they'll never build with you though. You know what I'm saying? That shit be draining too. So you gotta be just cautious of that shit. Like that's why I be to myself a lot, protecting my energy. Motherfuckers be weird, dog. Like shit, you don't know what motherfuckers be on. Motherfuckers don't be on a damn thing, to be honest. They out here lost, and I can't blame them. Shit, you know, with all these flashy lights, so much shit to pay attention to. But if you don't have no purpose in life, you won't be focused on what's really important. That shit don't really affect me. You know what I'm saying? Like, what means the world to you? A lot of this shit don't mean nothing to me. And that's just me though, you know. I'm not knocking anybody who love or want anything from this world. I feel like I just had it all. This shit ain't nothing. It don't impress me. Motherfuckers who talk about money, that shit don't impress me. Motherfuckers who talk about all this material shit, they don't impress me. That shit don't mean nothing to me. When you dead and gone, that shit gonna be right there for somebody else to enjoy. And that's the realest shit. You work your whole life for some shit that you ain't gonna take with you. You worship some shit that ain't gonna be there when you dead and gone. And that's the funny thing about life. Motherfuckers be here one moment and gone the next. And all of the shit they did didn't mean a thing. You wouldn't even know a motherfucker existed. If you think about it, like a lot of motherfuckers in Martin Luther King time and Gandhi time and Jesus time, just period, past time, right? Not everybody's name is being mentioned to this day because their time didn't mean a damn thing. They didn't do much to contribute to this world. And this world don't remember them. And that's some real shit. Like as far as building a legacy, you think you got time to be fucking around, to be lollygagging, talking about somebody and shit like that, right? That shit do matter. A lot of people spend time doing just that. Now nobody even remember they motherfucking ass. They spend time, wasting people's energy. You know, you gotta be mindful of that type of shit. You be gossiping, you spend 5 years doing that shit. You be competing with a motherfucker, you spend 10 years doing that shit. You got 2 days left to live. And all of a sudden you realize like you ain't did shit that was important, right? And that's some real shit though. Like we not promised tomorrow. I'm not gonna sit here and lie to you like you got all the time in the world to get your life together, to get your mind right. A lot of motherfuckers losing their mind off the drugs nowadays and take one hit of some shit, never the same. I know y'all heard the cases. People out here with schizophrenic, multiple personality disorder, being possessed by whatever the fuck. That's all that it is. Somebody else using their body because they mind gone. They so full of toxics, they not pure enough for a Holy Spirit to come help them. We just vessels for these spirits to jump in and out of. And if your vessel's so full of toxic, only thing gonna happen to you is these demons, and they gonna take control and fuck you up. The mind is a terrible thing to waste, especially if you're not trying to be sober from time to time and be sober minded. You running around out the drugs, want to be feeling like you him, right? I heard a nigga today tell me I'm him. You better be careful of that ego that you feed because that ego is gonna have him in a bad situation. But yeah, like I ain't knocking nobody for what they do. You live and learn. You fuck around, find out, right? I'm just the messenger. I'm just letting people know like what's really out there because a motherfucker won't tell you the truth because they don't love you. They don't have any love in their hearts. I always speak on love and good vibes because this was in my heart. But anyway, it's like shit. I'd be wrong if I see you walking into fire, you don't know anything about fire, and you go and get burned. And then you look at me like, why did you warn me about the danger that I was headed in? I'd be wrong. The watchers are the ones who get judged the most, meaning the ones who know better and don't tell those to do better. Your judgment will be worse for those who have done wrong but didn't know better because you're like a parent who allow a child to fail, which is worse than you manipulating them to fail on their own. What's more precious than, a child trying to be righteous, be holy, and continuously being in that way? Once you clear up the mind of someone young or just anybody, period, you realize, or if not, you will soon learn that you're a rotten fruit that will be plucked and will no longer bear any type of situations. You could get away with some shit, but the whole thing of it is, and I said that to say this, like, you might get away once, right? But you're gonna pay for your wrongdoings. Everything balances itself out. I learned a long time ago, like, it's good to have morals. It's good to be a righteous person. And righteous just mean being set apart. Set apart mean having a different mindset than the world. The world is in a fallen place. The world would tell you sex without marriage is cool, but sex without marriage leads to HIV and AIDS. A lot of people catching cases back to back. They out here unprotected sex, unholy, you know what I'm saying, just lustful. You see the videos, you see social media is full of it. But they're not gonna tell you who run around to the doctor because they're chasing out the lust. This shit ain't no joke. Could be your best friend. There's people out here who got that package. And it's because they don't have any self control. They don't have any morals. They don't have any type of conviction that it's okay to wait. It's okay to be pure. You know what I'm saying? It's okay to be holy, to be set apart, to be different than the world. My thing is this: like, whenever you agree with the world, it's a red flag because you on your way to demise. I learned this at a young age from my father. I wanted to be just like the world, meaning like my friends. They want to go be part of the world, do worldly things because nobody told them they can't. They don't have anyone guiding them, care about their souls, care about them in a way that you should love on your brothers and sisters, not see them be led astray. But yeah, I couldn't go to concerts. I couldn't do a lot of shit. I wanted to. I wanted to do a lot of things. My father like guarded me from the world.